Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Conversations with Cornelius. I'm your host Cornelius Patrick O'Sullivan, and today I'm in the good room in my gaff with a special guest and
regular guest,
recently regular guest, but like on the edge of being put. Like last week's guest, used to have three people. I got rid of last week's guest.
Stayed.
I'm kind of like the chairman Mao of podcasts.
That's so weird you mention him.
Why?
Because I'll get to that later.
Okay.
That's fucking. That's insane.
Is it?
That's insane.
There you go. Now, see, we're in sync. Basically, last week's guest kind of insulted me. So.
Oh, he went for the jugular, the throat.
Went for the throat.
Trampled on your feelings.
Yeah, on my neck, trotted on my soul. So I just said, "You're out of here."
Or he's sick.
One or the other. So
he's sick. I'm a part of the group. He texts and he's sick. He can't make it.
How many groups are out there?
There's just the one for the three of us. So he's no say at all. Who comes in or after this show? So I know you were saying, how's your day going?
My day's going good. My day's going good. He may be back. I'll see how I feel.
He's back. Definitely back next week.
He might. I might let him back. I'll see. But as I said, I'm the chairman Mo of this podcast.
Chairman Mo.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear what.
He's poppy up later.
Is he?
I was kind of insulted recently about my lack of research on these podcasts, so I've come prepared with something very interesting. So if you guys just fucking hold up for a second, and we'll get to it.
We'll get through this.
Is that good? Do I build it up? Am I getting better?
I tell you what, now, man. So far this week, you had because this is honors podcasting.
Honors podcast, yeah.
Honors podcasting. Yeah. You and the guest that was on last week,
Dylan, your son,
who may or may not be coming back.
Definitely back.
Right. Ye have been scraping by on ease, which is a fail, technically, and we're talking...
Scraping by is a pass.
Well...
In my books, that's a D.
And that is why, high E's, low D's, all right? High E's, low...
Is there a high E's or is there a high E?
Well, I often got a 39.
Would you be happy that that's a high E? Not bad.
Bring it back up. Come on, miss. And then she'd be like, it's actually a 37. But anyway, I'm not happy with the caliber of content that you're bringing on. I'm doing a lot of work, bringing out a lot of high quality podcasting. So I had to...
Wait, what are you doing this high quality?
Lots, mate. Lots.
Should I ask you 2 tissues stuck up each nostril?
And this week I don't. Variety. They don't know what to expect. It's literally anyone's game, But
I was actually listening back to the last podcast. You tried to call it a day after about 15 minutes in.
Did I?
That's it. So I think it was the lack of energy was coming from you. Myself and Dylan came prepared.
Look, listen, mate. All right. You're bringing nothing, only insults. That's all you've been bringing, and I've had enough of it. Okay, I'm spending all the money that I've been winning on the bets is going on counselling.
Oh, bets! Oh, I have your money, by the way.
Have you?
I do. Fucking mad. It'll cost me. Make sure I have the right pocket.
Cash money.
Okay, so that is £5 for you and £5 for Dill.
Yeah.
Enjoy yourself, mate.
I'm up to 40 now.
Yeah, that's I'm very happy for you. Congratulations. Yeah, I'm actually down a good chunk.
How much are you down?
Well, I don't count.
Yeah.
I don't count.
Yeah.
When I start losing, I just...
It's just a hole, is it? Just keep getting bigger and bigger.
Just the nightmares expand, yeah.
You're just digging it. You're like, how is this hole continuing to be so deep?
We actually have a piggy bank, literally a piggy bank, and Cloud can hear me when I'm rattling around in the morning getting the money. So yeah, a grown man, 41, getting coins from a piggy bank to try and pay back this lad here.
Yeah, well, look, listen. You're keeping the lights on, man.
I'm keeping the lights on. Yeah, no, they're good lights too. Powerful.
Yeah.
Powerful lights.
For those of you watching on YouTube. For those of you listening, just imagine really powerful lights.
Strong lights, yeah. I think it brings out our best qualities now, in fairness. Our features.
Yeah. What's your best feature?
Just name it.
Well, I am asking you to name
it. Me. Glutes. My glutes.
Your glutes.
I was working with out in Barcelona. There's this girl. She was a black girl,
Barcelona, mate.
And she said, "I've a black man's booty."
You've a black man's booty.
That's what she said, and she's black, she would know.
Well, does she know every black person in the world?
I mean, I say she knows black men's booties.
All right.
And that's what she said. And so for me, I took it as a compliment, didn't I?
Well, I would take it as a compliment.
Yeah.
You know?
So there you go. Maybe so. I would say, what's your best quality? Mine is obviously I have a lot now. I just stick with glutes for now.
I don't think
You don't have good quality. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Moving on, so I suppose.
Yeah. Let's move on.
Okay. It's a good beard. I like the beard.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, it's a good beard.
Thanks. Yeah, that's just to cover the shit show that's underneath it. You know?
That was implied by my compliment.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like a
it was,
a hug with a little stab into the back.
Wasn't even to the back. It was straight to the. I assumed you would pick that up straight away. So it was straight to the chest, yeah. And actually, we did that.
Your face is so
Japanese
bad.
thing.
You have to grow a ginger beard.
Yeah.
To hide it. Well, I'll take it as a compliment.
You do that.
Yeah.
That was.
So we're all winning.
We're all winning.
We're all winning. You're getting the, and I'm getting the. Oh yeah, fucking.
Yeah.
Actually,
I'm actually a nice guy.
You know what, man?
Believe
a
it or not.
strong D vibe off of this so far. You know, like Dylan might watch back in this now, and if you are Dylan, this is how you improve, right? You make notes. You come in the next day. He's put on a different. Look at that. That's clean, I'd say. Is it?
I'll be honest with you. I was coming in with the same T-shirt as last time, but Klaus stopped me.
Yeah.
Yeah, she said you can't wear the same or same T-shirt the same.
What would we do without our wives? Like, first of all, we'd probably survive, okay? Because we're survivors.
We'd find a way. But like, we have landed on our feet. Mm-hmm.
Like my woman, my beautiful wife is, and if she was here, she'd admit this. She's my carer.
Well, Klaus thinks I'm autistic, so.
Yeah, well, and I have a child that's autistic.
There you go.
So, you know, we're all trying to fucking get on, like, anything that's trending at the moment to get us sell tickets. Do you know what I mean?
We're hitting all the buttons.
He's going for the black vote as well with the black booty.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Are you going for the autistic vote?
Well,
your child is an autistic.
My child is autistic. So.
I'm Mexican, is it? My wife is Mexican.
Well,
and female, so I get the female vote and the Mexican vote.
My wife is female and she's from Kerry, so I get the
south of Ireland. You have Cork cornered, surely.
Yeah, Cork and Kerry. You make a living in Cork and Kerry.
No matter.
You know, do the hotels.
Do the hotels in Cork. Remember the time we tried to sell a gig? Where was it? We were on Ticketmaster. We thought we were brilliant because we were selling tickets on Ticketmaster, but we had to pull the show because nobody bought a ticket. Do you remember that?
Oh God, do I remember it? No. I've
There's so many
consigned it
failures.
into the department of my brain of a little compartment called failures.
Where was that again? What gig was that? Some hotel somewhere.
Yeah, but we did some gigs where people turned up as well. Though.
No, yeah, but nobody cares about the successful ones.
Well, a lot of people do. This is the thing. Like you were fascinated, but with morbidness, which I love a bit of morbid. Carry on as well. But you swim in it. You love a good swim in.
But everybody can see
awkwardness.
success stories on Instagram and everything. People love the failure. I love looking at people who failed and you know, highlight their failures. It's very interesting. I find it very interesting, and it showcases a nice human quality as well, doesn't it?
No, I do agree, but not to the amount that you'd like nothing more than watching it be like you sent me on a clip of a fellow one time. What was the name of him?
Oh, he was brilliant. I can't remember now. He's on David Letterman show. He was an artist, an illustrator, back in the 80s. Yeah. He was just being himself. He was just a lad who used to draw comics, and he was invited into this David Letterman talk show, huge talk show everybody knows about. And he was just being himself on TV. Like Dave was asking, "Oh, how are the people in whatever Seattle?"
How do I know all the people in Seattle?
I was like, what do you mean by that? How do you mean, how are the people and the way he broke it down? It was just brilliant. So he got rid of all the fucking bullshit, you know, Hollywood nonsense talk, and just, he was real. But you didn't like it.
No, I liked it for about 5 minutes, but it went on for about 35, 40 minutes. It was 2 different clips. So I don't know. I like morbid. I have a morbid fascination for failure as well, but not to the depths that you do, which I admire.
Thank you very much.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
No. Jeez, no. I took it as a compliment.
Good, because it was meant as a stab.
Do you want me to get to my notes? I made notes today.
1 second now. We've got the fiver. How long? We're up to. We've 9 minutes done now, right? So,
but this is a good quality story here, like that you can interject as well.
Can I?
Yeah, no. For the people who listen to the podcast, I was criticised last day, by various people for not being researched. My story now was lacking.
Well, what I just said is, look, guys, we're making the same jokes about the Patreon every week.
Reminds me, actually.
Which is a good time to remind you that I have a Patreon for less than €5. Well, actually, not for less than, but for €5 a month. You can sign up and you get a backlog of a load of podcasts and some video content and the live Cork Opera House live podcast that we did for the Cork Podcast Festival is going to be up within the next week to 10 days as well. So you're going to get to see that exclusively first.
If I read, I sign up after you put up the podcast.
Yeah, no, but what you can do is sign up now, right? And experience all the back catalogue and then eagerly anticipate the arrival of the new one.
We're going to go into the we're going to go into the patronage.
No, that's it now.
Okay,
so that's it. So sign up to the Patreon. Link is in the description. Thank you so much. No more jokes about that.
Yeah, I wouldn't be bothered.
Okay, so this is a new segment, guys. This is the when I started this podcast and I asked this fella to come on, I was thinking, this is great. Now, he's a learned individual. He's currently studying. What are you studying again, Mike?
Well, I'm doing a master's in performance coaching, but I'm only tuning myself down to your audience. No offense to them, no.
Well, that's very offensive to them. You've just said you're dumbing things down for them.
Yeah. So that's what you said before, and don't be too clever because they won't get it.
I didn't say that at all. For fuck's sake. I love you guys. I love you so much. You're my favorite audience. Yeah.
Or the audience.
Oh, I love you so much. I don't sing about people I don't love. I only sing about people I love.
That reminds me, actually, there was a movie about a lad.
Yeah.
He woke up and he was in an accident. He woke up from the accident, and when he woke up, nobody in the world could remember any of the Beatles songs. Yeah, it's actually really, really good. So what he did,
I saw that movie.
Very good, yeah.
What's it called?
Only Yesterday. Oh no, wait, no, that's an anime.
Do you like anime?
Love anime. I think it's very good, very interesting. I was watching one there from the early 90s. The drawings are amazing, beautiful, absolutely beautiful, and they just have a different way of storytelling. You know,
they always look angry. Like I watched Beyblade's anime there recently because it's on the house here all the time. My young fellas.
I don't. Yeah, is it good?
It's like the kids will be like.
It's more kids anime, is it?
Yeah, it's kids anime, and it's like they're. You know what Beyblading is? Kind of like a spinning.
Oh yes, yeah. You show me, yeah.
Yeah, and Harv is my young fella's into it in a big way, and there's a whole universe now on Beyblading, like, and it's all anime. It's all.
That's pretty good.
What's anime? Is it Korean? Is it or is
it's Japanese?
Japanese.
Yeah.
And so we're getting the Japanese vote now as well today.
Do you get anyone from Japan?
There's a few people from Japan.
Really?
Yeah. There's 2 people watching from Israel, and you can, if you don't want to watch anymore, I'd be happy. I'd be happy.
They could be some sort of prisoners of war.
And if you are, you can sign up to the Patreon. Get a back catalogue of episodes while you're sure doing nothing. They're inside and
you know, plenty of time to be.
May as well listen back.
Educating themselves.
You know,
really?
Well, I wouldn't say they're really educated. Listen, we're not doing any Patreon jokes. We're not doing Patreon jokes. Okay. I don't know where we went, so we may as well go back to this new segment. So, a solid. You're up. This is Honours Podcasting.
Where am I at?
I'm going to say, honestly, no. Maybe it's because this guy is gone, right? I'm going to put you up to 50 at the moment.
50%,
which is a high D in anyone's books.
But in college scoring thing, that's quite high actually.
Yeah, a high D in anyone's books. That's what you're at.
I think that's a pass with an honour. In college.
I'm going leaving cert, which is like it's a pass, and an honour is a C.
Okay,
but you're only 5 marks away from that, so don't give up on yourself. And we're about to listen to this here now that you spent a lot of time.
Wait, is this going to be a regular thing? So, am I expected to do this every week?
No.
Okay.
No. But like every now and then, like just bring something to the table.
So something.
You can come next week and you can just it's not a job, like.
Yeah, because I kind of resented when you said regular. That means I have to put in effort every week.
No. A bit of effort every now and then.
Okay.
Every now and then. And this is your effort now. So
okay, listen up, everybody. So you can interject anytime as well. Okay, so this is a character called Adrian Cartoon de Vart.
Adrian Cartoon de Vart.
Yeah, so he had a Belgian dad and he had an Irish mum, so I thought I'd bring a bit of Irish sensibility to it. Now, we must remember this fella is born in 1880.
Okay, so he's dead.
Yeah, he'd be dead. Yeah,
dead now.
Gee, that's very good.
Yeah. No, I go to maths.
So he's dead, and you won't believe where he's buried. He's buried in West Cork.
Okay,
this particular dad, yeah. So anyway, he was an officer in the British Army.
Right.
I don't know how you would feel to that type of shut up.
One second now, was he Irish? Like, was he born in Ireland?
Well, you must remember now, he's born in Belgium. he had a Belgian dad, he had an Irish mum, and he was just mad for war, which we'll get to in a second. So he was involved in the British
Did he grow up
Army.
in Belgium or did he grow up in Ireland?
Well, I'm going to get to that there now in a minute.
Okay.
But he was born in Belgium. He's very early years. We say his very formative years. He was in Belgium. Okay. He was awarded the Victorian Cross, so he's a brave lad. Okay. He served in the Boer War, First World War, Second World War.
Jesus.
Okay. Now this is where it gets interesting. Okay. So far you're thinking,
that's very interesting so far.
Yeah. Well,
3 wars.
Yeah, 3 wars. That's actually quite impressive. Now he was shot in the face, head, stomach, ankle, hip, and ear. He was blind in his left eye. Survived 2 plane crashes. Tunneled out of a prisoner of war camp and tore off his own fingers when a doctor declined to amputate them. Describing his experiences in the First World War, he wrote, "Frankly, I enjoyed the war." I mean,
Serial killer.
Yeah, I think if he wasn't in war, like
he'd be a serial killer.
I was thinking exactly the same thing. Like, this man was a lunatic. Imagine like being shot so many times, fucking loving it, turning yourself out of prison of war, like tearing off your own fingers.
I can barely bite my own nails.
I'd be very squeamish. I don't know how you do that. Anyways, his early life, he actually moved to Cairo when he was 6. So can you imagine being in Cairo like in 1886? Like, I was there last year. It's wild now. So can you imagine like?
How is it wild now? Like,
it's just brilliant. It's just modern. There's old world. There's fucking pyramids right next to the what you call it, the city. It's just crazy. There's families walking around midnight in Cairo playing soccer, getting pancakes. Kids just kicking around the ball. It is class, like. And really, really safe. You get some people go, "Oh, don't go there, don't walk there at midnight," but we did the very first night, and it was class, like. So I can imagine now. This is when not all the discoveries in Egypt have been discovered. He's there in 1886 with his mum, with his dad.
He's a 6-year-old.
He's a 6-year-old fucking in the wilds of Cairo.
He has all his fingers.
He has all his fingers at this stage, yeah.
Okay.
So he enjoyed actually, his pastimes. This was further down the line, but I threw that down here. He enjoyed shooting and pig sticking.
Pig sticking?
I had to Google what pig sticking was.
Is it you get a stick and you fucking try and stick it into a pig?
You're actually right, yeah. Hunting wild boars. So that's how he got his buzz.
So from an early age, he was killing a serial killer, killing small animals. You see all the documentaries. That's what they do when they're kids. Like,
you looked it up beautifully. Yeah, shooting and pig sticking.
Yeah,
I mean, he was destined for.
Like, he's a serial killer. Like, but like, if you are a serial killer, that's a great time to be alive. I can kill away there, and I'm allowed to do it.
You can stick pigs.
I can fucking. That's no bother. Well, 6-year-old is never going to get into trouble for.
Well, yeah, geez, yeah. So there you go. Now, so
Adrian
de Wert, Cartoon de Wert. Okay, so he's in Egypt and he moves to England in 1891. I think his parents split up. I'm sure
he's 11. So
he's 11 now. This stage, very good. Yeah. So
1881, he moves to England. The parents are split up. Who's he with? The father or the mother?
I think he's with. His mom's idea is to move to England, but when they moved to England, I think they split up then. Yeah.
And who does he stay with?
I think he stays with his dad because his mum isn't really mentioned the whole while.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he stays with the Belgium influence.
Yeah. The Irish mum, don't know really what happens to her. She might be somewhat in his life. I don't want to fucking. She might be thereabouts.
Well, I'd say he's dead now, and she's definitely dead. So
I probably won't insult him, innit?
Yeah, I suppose. Okay.
So,
well. Yeah, okay. Go on, it doesn't matter, it's immaterial.
I mean, there you go.
I'd say she's there sometimes.
She's there sometimes, maybe fleeting.
Yeah, but the odd weekend.
But it seems to be the dad has the most influence on him.
Okay.
Yeah. So 8 years later.
He's 11, he's in England, he's living with his dad.
Yeah. 8 years later, so he's doing an education thing. He goes to the top colleges, whatever they are.
Is he clever?
Yeah, apparently he is. And his family are obviously rich, like they're affluent because they're travelling all over the world, really. So they're rich. The dad has something about him and the mum has something about her as well. So they have good jobs, like.
Okay.
So that's why he goes to the best college there. Innit? Anyways, 8 years later, he goes to South Africa. He lies about his age.
19 now at this stage.
Yeah, he falsified documents and he takes part in the Second Boer War. Second Boer War.
Well, how old had you to be in the war?
Not sure. Looked it up, couldn't find it. But he said he was 25, but he was 19, 20 at the time. So whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, not sure.
So he must have looked physically big, so to pass for a 25-year-old.
Yeah, and
so he's a big 19-year-old.
I would assume, to be honest, that if you're over 18, you can make your decision. But for some reason, he had to falsify documents to take part in the war.
Yeah.
So I actually looked up a small bit about the Boer War, because I heard about it tons of times.
And it's not that boring at all. It's actually a very interesting war.
Yeah, actually interesting. Just British Empire against 2 Boer republics. And I looked it up, interesting enough. I always hear about it, but didn't look into it. But anyway.
It's just more capitalistic fucking colonialism.
Sure, it's the empire. The empire, like.
The sun never sets on the empire.
Yeah, it's fucking...
Fuck off.
It's amazing back then, how much fucking... Anyways, and during this particular fucking... This war, he was wounded in the groin, shot in the stomach.
Wounded in the groin.
Yeah, he was sent back home.
What? Sorry, what? Wounded in the groin.
Wounded in the groin.
What's a groin wound? Did you
know,
find out?
I didn't go into intimate detail. I was just hoping that he had everything.
Wounded in the groin.
Nothing was,
like that would
probably
probably
altered.
That would set most men. Like if I got a wound to my groin, that's me done for the year.
Do you know what I mean? Like, sure, fuck,
I'm like,
I pulled my hamstring and I'm out of jail for for 6 weeks.
This guy is like, he gets a wound. A wound is like fucking, like I'm imagining like a gaping fucking, like a lash or like.
And stomach.
Yeah,
Correct.
and stomach. And what does he do? What does he do?
Yeah, well, listen, he's sent back home. His dad absolutely furious when he finds out about it, because his dad didn't know he carted himself off to South Africa to take part in the fucking Boer War. The dad thought he was furthering his studies. Anyways, at this period of time, he had to recover. And following his recovery, I thought you get a kick out of this. He went back into physical fitness, started playing sport and running loads. Which was,
all right,
he won my heart there. Like.
Yeah, he's looking after his... Do
Fucking
you know what? Healthy body, healthy mind.
Yeah.
Like maybe he was doing no exercise and that's why he was a serial killer. And he's like, do you know what? I'm going to start fucking running. And maybe I won't want to incessantly fucking murder people.
Takes his mind off it, doesn't it? A distraction. When he's running.
But all the while, he was just probably becoming more and more furious and more pent up, as all serial killers. And the rage and the lust for blood intensified.
Well, okay, he's nicer than what he's portraying to be, because there's a bit more to it.
Oh, is he?
There's a bit more.
All I can see is a fucking megalomaniac.
Maybe
fucking... sticking pigs and fucking getting his dick fucking half chopped up, lying to his dad. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Taking the money. Go on.
Yeah,
go on.
okay.
Adrian Van de Vaart, or whatever your fucking name is.
The Vaart. Okay.
You should have stuck with your fucking Irish mother. You should have stuck with your Irish mammy, and there's no way you'd be off to war or killing fucking people.
He's at pigs before that, though, in fairness. Well, okay, listen.
All right.
After he recovered, he went back to South Africa. Okay, again. Yeah, so he went back to South Africa after his wounds are fucking...
Part 2?
Part 2, and then he went off to India. Okay.
Did he fight again?
I think he did a small bit of fighting when he returned to South Africa, but that wasn't touched upon the whole pipe. But he apparently he did. He went off to India, right? And he spent a couple of years in India, a bit of time in India. Loved India by all accounts. And following on from that, World War I broke out. Okay, the Vaart was on his way to fucking Somaliland, so that's kind of Somalia. Yeah, kind of East Africa.
East Africa,
yeah. So World War I broke out at this stage. He's on his way up to fucking Somaliland. He attacked an enemy fort.
He attacked an enemy
fort when he was there. I think this enemy fort, he could have been fucking... Are Italians floating about there at the time or something? I'm not really sure, but he attacked the fort there. And
what is he? A small army?
Yeah, he did a small bit of a platoon with him, or battalion with him.
Had he?
Yeah, at the time, yeah.
From Somaliland?
So, yeah, he was en route there. I think he had some sort of fucking... Remember now, he's a part of the British Army as well, like, so he probably was he'd a part of the fucking... Maybe he was a leader of a squadron or a battalion at this stage, yeah. So he wasn't just a random lad going from fort to fort.
Okay.
Take you out, fucking...
Claiming him. I claim you, boy.
Yeah, this is
come on, come down here, boy, fight you. I've half a dick.
It's just intimidating. He pulls out his pants.
Have a look at that, boy. I feels no pain.
No, don't know if he was missing part of his dick, but he was wounded in the groin. Okay, so I'm not sure about what happened there, but anyway.
Your own conclusions.
So after he fucking captured this fucking enemy fort, he was shot twice in the face. Yeah, he lost an eye, this particular, and a portion of his ear.
Okay, so, right. Half a dick, a stab in the stomach, half an ear, one eye left.
Mm-hmm.
And did he get shot in the face, did you say?
Shot in the face, yeah. I think that's probably,
that probably, so like a gaping wound on his face, no eye, half the ear gone as well. We'll just say we'll put it all on the same side. So if he's going on a date, he's like... he's with his hand up like that for the date. And she's like, take your hand down. No. Do you like me the way I am?
Yeah, do you know what? He actually wore an eye patch.
I'd wear it.
It's pretty cool.
I would. Like, you may as well. It's fucking buy into that. Like,
it's fucking I thought it was very cool. Like, if you see a picture of him, anyway.
How's he alive?
Yeah,
She's getting shot in the head now. Again, these are things that would hold me back. Like,
yeah, I'd be like that
for life. That would be me. Like, that would be my identity. I got shot in the head.
Yeah, this is a portion so far, like.
And he's just driving it on.
Driving it on.
Wouldn't you love that energy all the same? Like,
yeah, I think just back then, there's just some people built like that, isn't there? I think there's just some people who just love the chaos, the brutality of it, maybe, the excitement, the adventure.
Yeah.
You know. Anyways, he was awarded.
Not us, anyway.
I
we like to read about it.
I'm happy reading about this lad. So he was awarded the Distinguished Service Order, DSO, apparently in 1915. So that's a portion of his life done so far.
So a portion of his life, he's got half a face, half an ear, half a dick. And a couple of stab wounds.
An eye missing as well.
An eye missing, yeah.
I mean, so far he's been
half the face. We'll say the eye and the ear are on the bad side.
On the bad side, yeah. And I must remember now he's been in Somalia, he's been in Egypt, he's been in India, he's been in England. Well travelled. Okay, so on from this, I suppose he went to the Western Front as well in 1915. So following on from the issues he had here within the same year, he's actually back out into the Western Front in France,
fighting for the Allies, I presume.
Yeah, no, remember he's a British soldier, so he's with the Allies, yeah. So he went to France.
But he wouldn't know what this mad bastard.
I say he could pick sides, to be honest.
You know what I mean? Like, he wouldn't know.
So, okay, he actually took part he commanded 3 infantry battalions and a brigade here. I mean, he's wounded 7 more times in this particular war. Okay, so this time he's losing his left hand in 1915. So he lost his left hand. He was about to lose it. He demanded the doctor, "All right, you got to amputate this so I can continue on." The doctor was like, "No, I'm not going to amputate it." So what he ended up doing, he ended up removing his own fingers. Yeah, removed his own fingers.
No, just reverse a small bit, right? So his left hand has been amputated.
Yeah,
and
that's gone now.
So he's just got the right hand now.
Yeah.
Okay, and the doctor wants to amputate that. Is that right?
Well, no, see, the doctor doesn't want to amputate. This is the same hand now, so he's missing fucking fingers of this particular hand. So he wants to remove these fingers, okay, so he can continue on war.
But he only has one hand.
Yeah, but maybe 2 hands are fucked, so.
So, do you know what I mean? Like, how is he going to hold a gun with like fucking no fingers that he's ripped off his hand?
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, it's Lucy. He's in a portion of his ear. No, he hasn't lost. This is the hand that he's lost. So this is the first hand that he's lost, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's give him credit here. So this is So don't get confused with the opening paragraph. Okay. So he is actually last now. I'm
just gonna bring you back down there to 45.
You see, the opening paragraph was just a teaser.
Yeah.
A fucking get their excitement, give a little synopsis of this particular character.
But it proved to be unfactual, so 45.
Okay, 45. Apologies. Okay, let me drive it on.
It's kind of a fantasy kind of novel that
this
you're
writing.
This is real.
This is a test.
A fantasy novel.
What you think?
I'd buy it. What happens to this fella with half a face, half a ear, no eyes, one hand missing, fingers missing off the hand that's missing? Yeah. He fought in about 5 or 6 different wars, lived in about 8 or 9 different countries, all in a time when there was no airplanes.
So let me get more to it. So the hand is removed now, right? He was shot in the hand removed, right? Fingers removed. He amputated those himself, tore them off himself. Then further on, the Battle of the Somme that we all know about, he was shot in the skull, right? And the subsequent battle, he was shot in the hip. What do you think? We think that's. Do you know what? It's enough.
I'm gonna call it, lads. I'm calling it. I'm calling it there now. The face here is gone. I've no eyes. There's no fingers in this hand. I've been stabbed. My dick is in halved, and someone's after shooting me in the skull now.
The ear, the eye, yeah.
I'm after being shot, lads. I have enough of it.
Yeah. So he was anyway. This was a year later, in 1916, he was awarded the Victoria Cross.
Jesus, I fair play to him.
Yeah, do you know what? I didn't even... It's gas how everybody knows Victoria Cross. I have no dealings with any of this, but it's just something that's a high fucking honor.
Imperialistic fucking nonsense.
Yeah, but it's regardless of
let's
what
give the people who gave our lives, the people who survived, let's give them this iron cross. Why don't we give them a gold cross? Give them iron, it's cheaper. Here's an iron cross, because you're a tough guy, just like iron.
But it fills him with pride.
Keep the gold over here for us. Iron.
Yeah, I mean, he was happy. So he was awarded that. He's a 36-year-old now, 1916. So he's awarded that cross. Okay. So
he's got the cross. He's 36.
Yeah. No. And then following on from that, the next few years, he's a bit quiet. He's quieting down. He's fucking. He has a wife. I don't think he has any. Does he have kids?
How could he? He only has half a dick.
He's a half a dick.
Like, it would be hard to inseminate someone with half a penis. A wounded willy.
Yeah. Anyway, he took part in World War II. Okay, so he went on to World War II. Yeah, he was a prisoner of war in Italy. Oh, this guy, this is amazing. This next story. 1941 to 1943.
1941.
So he's a prisoner of war for 2 years.
POW.
Okay. He made 5 attempts to escape, including 7 months tunneling. One of the prisoners in prison that he was with described him as, that's what I'm saying now, as a delightful character, and said he must hold the record for bad language. You know, and there's actually a load of accounts actually about guys writing about this Divart, how he throw himself on the line to protect his comrades, like that he was just like brave as a lion. He wasn't just being like he wasn't he wasn't cannon fodder or useless. He was highly competent and fucking really clever. Just a complete lunatic. I say he just didn't care. You know. Why are you laughing at?
Just like, I wouldn't say he's very competent. I think competence is probably, he's got shot in the skull twice. He's got, his dick has been cut off. He's got half an ear. He's like how could you say someone's competent when they rip their own fingers off? He might want that hand later on for something else.
Well, they say he's led his squadrons and fucking battalions to victory. Like, that's what I mean. He's fucking tactically fucking aware.
He's just like, they just couldn't kill him.
They couldn't.
He was a specimen, like, more so than anything. I'd love to see a photograph of him. Do you have any photograph of him?
I actually fucking Google that if you want. Okay, so
you're down to 40, man. You're down to 40.
But listen to this. Okay, so it's this 1940 and 1943. He's in Italy. He's a prisoner of war.
POW. 2 years there.
2 years. Now, what I will say, he's a highly valued prisoner of war. Okay, because he's a legendary status at this stage. So he's not treated like the regular riff-raff of other prisoners of war. He's like treated like a very high valued prisoner. Do you know?
Okay.
So he has some sort of value for the Nazis, so he, you know, they can hold him and they could have certain.
They could trade him.
They could trade him. So he
value, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So he's not fucking in with the, you know, he's not having a horrible time, I'd say. But anyways,
okay.
Eventually he escaped. He evaded capture for 8 days, disguised as an Italian peasant. Now, bear this in mind. He's disguised as an Italian peasant. Okay, he's evaded capture for 8 days. Now, at this stage, he was in northern Italy. He couldn't speak a word of Italian. He was 62. He had an eye patch, obviously, at this stage. One empty sleeve because he has no arm there, and not like I said, not a word of Italian, and a shed load of scars. And he kind of avoided detection for 8 days. That's good, isn't it?
That's impressive.
No,
yeah.
Would you say that's competent?
Well, it depends. Like, it depends on how many people were looking for him. Like, you know. That's like, there's a lot of variance here, but like, you're pulling it back and bringing it back up to 45. You've piqued my interest here now.
Okay.
He's been recaptured.
Yeah.
Back into the POW camp. Has he been downgraded from the?
Well, I'll be honest.
The luxury suite that you said that he had.
I'm going to call a spade a spade. He managed to get out of that situation. How? I'm not entirely sure.
Okay.
But he left Italy. Okay. So
back down to 40.
Back down to 40. Yeah, I should have probably did a bit more research in that, how he eventually got out. But so that's my bad. But you know what I'm doing? I'm getting people there at home now do their own research. So I'm teaching them how to learn in a way. So because, you know, you were saying about your own audience. Anyway, so after this, he spent some time back in India because, like I said, he loved India and Egypt. India. He even now this is the.
How old is he now at this stage?
He's well into his 60s at this stage. Yeah, well.
The fact that he's lived this long is unreal.
Unbelievable! It's just
unreal.
Unbelievable, Cornelius. Unbelievable. But this is the weird part. Now, this is the weird part.
Okay.
He was take part in something. No, he's a part of Winston Churchill's fucking. We'd say he's like a dignitary for him. So he's a well-up position. So he's a high position of power under Churchill at this particular stage. So he ends up going to China. This is the weird part, okay, in 1943, where he met
Chairman Mao.
That's why I'm saying that's so weird that you brought him up.
Yeah.
We never talked about you. No. We were always chatting about Chairman Mao.
Yeah. That is weird. That is weird. That is.
Isn't it?
That's a bit weird, yeah. It's a bit weird. I'm bringing it up to 54, man.
I'm linking things together.
Yeah. I'm bringing you up to 54. You're a mark under an honour in honours podcasting.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? You're very close here now.
Well, let's get that honour.
Okay.
So I wrote little policies about Mao, but I think everybody knows. Well, they don't. I'll go on about it. So
just give people a kind of a.
So Mao, just put it like this, okay? He led to the deaths of tens of millions of people. So there was starvation, there was executions, there was war camps, concentration camps. This fella was fucking rough.
Evil.
He had so much power. He was a feared man. Now listen to this. Okay, so he met Mao at a dinner. Mao was given a speech, okay, some propaganda speech, so he's holding the attention of the entire room, obviously. Like, you could hear a pin drop.
Don't tell me.
Yeah, this lad, he stands up and he starts criticising good old chairman, good old buddy, fucking Mao, for being too scared, criticising for not fighting the Japanese. The whole room, shocked, mouths open. Fucking Mao looks at him. Apparently, by all accounts, Mao fucking stunned, but then starts laughing. And that's the end of it. Like, there's only one man that could get away with that. Like,
you've just gone into 55, man.
That's a crazy story.
Like Chairman Mao, they say that Chairman Mao is the dictator. Like, do you know when we talk about Stalin and Hitler and Mussolini and all these guys, the greats. They say that the numbers of people that Chairman Mao killed far exceed.
Oh, it's millions,
like
millions.
Like he was such a bad motherfucker. Like that's I can't. Did he just get away with it?
Just got away with it. Yeah, he just left. Mao just left. Got away with it. Just the boards and the audacity to call him out in front of everyone. Okay. Anyways, we're coming towards the tail end of this man's existence.
Surely he's still alive. This guy can't die.
And we didn't even get to the 2 plane crashes that he survived. I didn't have time to put it in. Anyways, look at that up. So a few years later, he fell down the stairs in Burma. So broke his back, a couple of vertebrae. So he's in a wheelchair now at this stage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wheelchair, blind, half a dick, no ear, fingers ripped off, one arm missing.
Yeah. Boer War, World War I, World War II in China, Burma, India, Egypt. Antagonised
Chairman Mao.
Yeah. Apparently, unfortunately, his first wife died in 1949. So I didn't really mention her whole pile, but she was thereabouts with him, and she was supporting him.
And she died in 49.
Yeah, remarried in 51, 2 years later at the age of 71.
How long would you wait?
Well, I think if it go 2 years, 24 months into it. If that, like, it could have been late 49, he got married in early 51, so it could be.
I mean, like, it was a quick courtship, like.
And you know what? He married in what you call it, in 71, but this woman, she survived until I think 2020, or no, 2002 or 2004, so she must have been young, like.
Jesus.
Yeah, so he must have been a young girl, innit? So anyways, he died, poor lad, he died in 83, and he died in 83-year-old in 1963, and buried in West Cork.
He went to Cork to get buried then?
Yeah, so but he lived in West Cork actually for a chunk of time with his wife when he was 71, and that's the story of him. Yeah, of the story of Adrian Cartoon-Bivart. So he's buried in West Cork, like, he's already buried over the road. It's amazing. And I actually get a little bit of trivia for you guys as well. So there's a Swedish heavy metal band called Sabaton. They made a song about him called, you mentioned it earlier, The Unkillable Soldier. So you guys can look that up. And that is the story of my buddy.
Well, I tell you now, my guy, I'd love to be failing you. But you get a fucking solid C. You're a solid C there in honours podcasting.
That's good, yeah.
Much like what I write down now for your parents to read. Much improved. Can do better.
Better than that.
But like I've seen potential now.
That's top class.
See, this is why I would always underperform in school consistently. Don't let them see your potential, because then there's expectations.
Did they ever see your potential though? Did you ever reach up for potential?
No one has ever seen it. Do you think I'm going to be showing that to people?
But maybe this is it though. Maybe you are, you've reached peak Cornelius.
Maybe I peaked.
Yeah, this is peak Cornelius.
I'd say a couple of years back.
Yeah,
I'm out daily.
Oh
daily.
Yeah,
I'm decay. I'm writing about that at the moment.
Yeah.
Cognitively
I can tell.
For all. Physically, it's all over. You know, it is all over. I may as well have half a dick. You know, cut off my fucking face, bite off my fingers. That's where. Did you just Google him, or did you ever hear of him before?
I heard of him. He was briefly mentioned in the podcast, and then I looked him up months ago. And a lot of that is on Wikipedia, a lot of that is on Google, and a few references from Google Scholar. And very interesting.
What's Google Scholar?
So you can use it there for assignments and stuff like that, so you can get resources for your source material for your assignments.
Fascinating, right? Fascinating. That is very interesting now. And like, I mean, the podcast listeners are going to be shocked, you know, and the viewers are going to be like, this isn't what we're used to.
See, intriguing.
Know? And there's like, I just think there's a lot of pressure now on Dylan if he's left back to the podcast.
Well, I hope he listens to this.
Yeah.
And I hope he fucking discovers how a podcast should sound like.
Yes, finally now. I'm impressed. You're at the sea. This is Honours podcast thing.
But it's like what we did in radio. Remember we had a radio show and we did so well for the very first
and
episode. Then we declined rapidly.
Do you remember for the very first episode we had like segments. We had like little clips of stand-up comedians, 2 or 3 little comedians, little 1-minute clips, and you were going to talk about this, and then I was interject with that, and then it was going to lead us to that. And I remember we were coming away, we were like, we're good at this.
Very good.
We're good at this, like.
It was crisp, it was sharp, it was fucking interesting.
So what most people would do, right, is they would double down, they would repeat that, and probably go into the minutiae a bit more, make it a little bit more, you know, tighter.
Get better.
Get better, right? So what we did was nothing.
We literally went from here to there in 1 week.
Yeah, in 1 week. We were like, we're just naturally talented. We'll wing it. So we used the same clips from the week before. We started bringing in comedians and letting them do all the heavy lifting as we took the piss out of them. Filler.
We didn't say that to them at the time.
Yeah. Nah.
It was just pure filler.
It was filler.
Yeah.
Filler for us. But it's
long story short, we were asked to
leave.
We
were fired.
I think we told them the story.
Cork FM.
I asked you that before.
Look where they now, like, do you know what I mean? Did they go on to anything afterwards? No. And this podcast is on the go still.
Well, they'll turn around and go, where did these lads go?
And that's none of their business. Lads, thanks for tuning in. It was a pleasure as always. Like, subscribe, text, fax, do all those things, and come to my shows, and I love you, and good night.
Adios.
Staying by the wall.
If you want to see more of Cornelius Patrick O'Sullivan, then check out his comedy show, A Bird in a Hand, which is in Youghal on Saturday, the 21st of September.